What's up, everyone? This is Miss Rosewood, and I'm here with Miss Rosewood Speaks, bringing you wisdom, beauty, and knowledge. Before you get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Today, I want to bring you a video, and this video is titled, Why is There a Lack of Maturity? As you see, I'm doing more of a podcast style video. I'm just testing out my options here with my YouTube channel to see which style of videos I like most. And I came across this thought and I said, why is there a lack of maturity? There's a big lack of maturity today in society. Sometimes I cannot tell the difference between a 21-year-old or a 41-year-old. In some cases, this is considered a compliment, but in some cases, personality wise, it's not a compliment. Looks, you want to look more on the younger side, the youthful side, the fruitful side, but maturity wise, I don't see a difference in today's society, really. There are too many trends that are being followed, and these trends are all being followed by all ages, and they need to stop. I notice the 30 plus, 35 plus, I'm not even going to say 30 plus, I'm going to say 35 and a half plus. They are in such competition with the youth, with the nieces, with the little sisters, with the YNs. I don't know. I just notice when it comes to dressing, style, everyone looks the same. Sometimes I could look at a woman in her 40s and I could say, like, all right, sis, I know you a little bit older, but they're dressing or wearing the same thing as their maybe 17, 18-year-old child or niece. I feel like there's no fashion culture right now that could really that where a lot of women would try to mature and dress mature, and not mature as in you want to look like you want to work every day or someone's grandmother, but the tight skirts, the short skirts. I even had to come to realization myself recently. I don't like the short skirts on me anymore. Yes, I try to still keep myself toned, doing certain workouts and things like that. I get compliments a lot on my legs, but I just learned like I can't do the short skirts anymore. I'm a little mature now. I want to look like a mature, fine woman. I don't want to look like no young little chick with a little skirt on. I'm noticing a lot of the mature women now, like I said, the short skirts, the short outfits, and it's the little sets, the little Fashion Nova Shein set. I'm not even gonna say Fashion Nova because Fashion Nova does have some nice classy things. The little Shein sets, and they shopping from the same cart as maybe their daughter. Honestly, they shopping from the same cart, And I'm just noticing the trends that with the hairstyles. Yes, it's nothing wrong with certain hairstyles. It's nothing wrong with exploring, being creative, having creativity. But sometimes I also feel you and your daughter don't have to have matching hairstyles. Certain braid styles, the long braids to the behind, the color braids with different colors in it, even down to the lace fronts with different colors. As women, as we mature, I think we should have a signature style. A bob, a nice signature bob. If you wear braids, a certain signature braided style, but not to your behind, not even past your bra strap. I also feel at a certain age, bra strap length is appropriate because when you go to work, you want to put it up in the bun. Certain professions, as a woman, you should be cleaning and cooking in their house. I should say we don't have to, but these you can't have all these long braids and long styles and things. It gets in the way as you mature as well. So these are things that I've been noticing as well when it comes to trendiness and hairstyles, certain colors too. Certain colors, we cannot tell. I'm not the spokesperson to tell somebody what to wear or what to do. No, I'm not. But I just feel as we mature a little bit, like just get a signature color. Not saying no color, but a signature color. Every color in the book, every color that you see the next person with on Instagram or Facebook, you don't have to do it. There are also men with gray beards that are dressed exactly like Foot Locker, Snipes, you name it, mannequins. And there are also women with multiple children showing off their rear ends. I am getting sick of seeing women, especially women that are over 30 and 35 plus. I'm going to keep saying 35 plus because I'm giving y'all some grace. In the first 5 years of being 30, rear ends out. So many women walking, you go into certain grocery stores, you go into certain places, rear ends out, mini skirts, shorts, tights. You see the prints. Walking with children, 3 and 4 children at that. Not even just one little baby, like 4 or 5 children. Sometimes when as women, when we first have a kid, you kind of still in your hot girl mode, but you're not really in mommy mode. But I notice this a lot. You see a lot of women with multiple children, tight clothes with the rear ends in full display. I really dislike the fact that there are really any role models in today's society, especially for young women. I grew up in the 90s, and when I say in the 90s, I truly looked up to like Felicia Rashad. I looked up to Queen Latifah. I looked up to so many beautiful black ladies on TV, Whitney Houston, who it is so many beautiful ladies I can name. And it really sucks now when you look at social media, because it's really social media now. TV is no longer really a thing. There's no more mainstream TV shows or TV channels how they used to be. And you look at social media and all you see is baddie shot o'clock. Baddie, let's talk about baddies. Baddies as a culture in general. Most of those women are late 30s, push early 40s. On baddies, drinking and fighting each and every day. No clothes is on. And baddies is the show of the century. Other shows as well that I don't know. I don't even pay these shows attention, so I can't even name them or refuse to name them on this channel because this is Miss Rosewood Speaks, so I shouldn't even be naming these channels. But there are no shows to look after. I used to love the Cosby Show. I remember my mom used to just leave the Cosby Show on and just have it on repeat. And I just love how Felicia Rashad and Bill Cosby, Heathcliff Huxtable, raised their family. They show situations. They show how you discipline the children. You had situations with Theo, Vanessa. It was really good. It was a good thing to see growing up. They taught you how to dress up for dinner. They taught you how to look a certain way for certain events. They had episodes like that. Even down to Moesha. You had Dee, who was Moesha's dad's wife, which was her stepmom. Dee showed herself as a womanly figure. We had TV moms like that. Even down to the Parkers. You had Nikki Parker. She was the cool, crazy mom, but you knew Nikki Parker was a grown woman. Nikki Parker used to have her Alizé, her outfits, her hair was fly. And I just feel like we don't have those representations in 2026. Everybody want to be the 21-year-old. Everybody want to still look 21. Like Forever 21, and that's even closed. Forever 21 ain't even 21 no more. And it's closed. And I just feel like we're in a society right now. Everybody want to look 21. Everyone is fishing for compliments. Don't call somebody an auntie now. Now don't call somebody auntie. Now granted, I will say sometimes calling people auntie is disrespectful because if that's not your auntie, it's not your auntie. But I even work in the financial industry and I come across ladies sometimes out of respect and I would say Miss XYZ. And Miss XYZ would be like, don't call me Miss XYZ, girl. I ain't that old. It's not about being old. It's about having respect, especially if I'm talking to you about lending and business and financial products. Why wouldn't I talk to you with class and etiquette and respect? I also feel the lack of maturity. A lot of people don't have any respect for themselves because you blatantly are telling people do not call you miss. You're not old. But if I called you sis or B, then it will be a problem. Okay. So I also feel the lack of maturity too shows a sign that there is a lack of self-respect. There is a big lack of self-respect in today's society with the lack of maturity that is displayed. When I look back I would even just say even down to early 2005, I truly miss the days where you knew someone was grown. Women wore dresses and heels, men wore suit jackets and slacks. Everyone is just very relaxed now and no one knows how to dress for success. I'm somebody, my mother, when I say I used to think Jack Hay and my mother was the same person, that was my role model growing up, my mom. And my mom reminded me so much of Jack Hay from 227. If you know 227 and you know Jack Hay, Harry, you know what I mean. My mother used to dress just like that. She used to have her business suits going to work with her nice little pumps and heels. On the weekends, she used to wear long maxi dresses, looking out the window. We always getting up, going out the house and going somewhere. Okay. That was my mother, just like her on 227. And I always like played in shoes, played in makeup. I played in makeup so much, as you can see this YouTube channel, I show a little bit of my makeup tips. But it's to the point now where everyone is so relaxed. I miss seeing a grown woman walking down the street. Like a woman is in her mid 40s, late 40s, but she look a little younger, but she still look grown. A nice dress on, some nice heels. No, not even if it's high heels. High heels, walking out the car, parking the car. I miss seeing it. How you doing, Miss So and So? Hello, Miss So and So. The rich woman look. I feel like so many women are so relaxed. Everybody's wearing active wear sets. Everyone is just wearing what the heck they want, what they think is cute. This Shein culture, I am not a Shein person. This Shein culture, I just can't take it. These clothes are just not fitting properly. These clothes are just not the best of quality. Bring back going to Macy's. Bring back going to JCPenney's. Oh my God, is it still even Kohl's? Because they've closed a lot of Kohl's. But even bring back Kohl's. Get your Kohl's bucks and get you some nice fitting clothing. I feel like the Shein Warriors then took over. The clothing is not good quality. The fast fashion is fast fashion. The fast fashion is not good quality. The fast fashion is not made for a lot of body types, and especially a maturing body type. Me as well. I am on the verge of toning and losing some pounds, but I'm learning my body type as well. Certain things you just can't wear at a certain age. As I stated earlier, I'm trying to let go of the short things. I just literally cleaned out my closet and donated a lot of my short skirts to the Goodwill. And some are on Depop. I can actually leave my Depop link below. Some are on Depop as well. And I looked in the mirror a couple of times this summer and I said, the short stuff is not for me. I'm maturing. My legs is more thick. I'm toning up as I'm toning up as I am now thicker. So I have more hips. I have a wider stance. Don't need these shorts on. Don't need these short skirts. You bend over, you self-conscious. You turning, you twisting, you're self-conscious. Start wearing more mid-length. Start wearing more long length. Even with me wearing a mid-length or a long length, start pairing that with a nice heel, a nice shoe. I'm from New York City. We love sneakers, and I'm not a sneakerhead, but I love shoes and sneakers just as much. But I do love shoes way more than sneakers. But even if you're wearing a sneaker, it doesn't have to be a Jordan. As ladies, sometimes we can get a flat sneaker. I've been liking a lot on ladies. I had a pair of Puma sneakers and I actually bought them one day just by buying them because they was like literally dirt cheap, and I started wearing them to work. But as I was looking at the Puma sneakers, sometimes when I wear them with certain outfits, they're like a curve in it. I'm learning as ladies too, we don't always have to wear Jordans or the Nikes, and I'm an Air Max person. I love Air Max. Those are my choice of sneakers. But I even thought of it, I had to start buying more sneakers with a curve or more feminine style sneakers because you don't want those big bulky sneakers on your feet losing your arch, losing your curve. But this is the things that were told to you growing up. These are the things that mature grown women taught you growing up. A lot of women now, they don't want to grow up. A lot of women don't know these tips. There are so many women now, late 40s, mid 40s, don't even know what they like. They don't even know what they like when it comes to just shopping. They looking for something that's trendy. They looking for what's cute. They following their little niece or their little daughter's fashion routine. I'm learning as you mature, you want to be grown. You want to know what you like. You want to know what's best for you. So these are the things that I'm noticing, the lack of maturity. I truly wish and hope it comes to an end, but I think it's just getting started. Me personally, I'm always going to advocate for myself. I'm not perfect, but I try to represent myself in a certain way. And I know I'm grown, and as much as people say they grown, they sure don't act it. Because I tell you that, because people love calling me a baby, But then when I present myself in certain places and things, that's when it comes competition or they're impressed. So I also learned too, people want to be grown until it's really time to be grown, which is presenting themselves in a grown manner, wearing certain things, presenting in certain ways. But yes, there's a lack of maturity going on in today's society, a big lack of maturity. If you feel that way or you have any questions or concerns, please comment down below. Thank you again for listening. Peace out, y'all.